I'm sick of people stealing my shtick. If anyone around here is going to be a master debater, it's me. I'm getting really good at this. I have my arguments down rock solid. These young college girls are totally unprepared, so I can just destroy them and also edit out all the ones that actually argue back well.
But if you're doing something you don't really believe in...
This kind of content has become mainstream, and when that happens, you become a target. So I see that all as a win, and I think it's pretty funny. Apparently some feelings have been hurt.
Uh-oh. Oh, man. Come on, guys!
No, actually not on the right, but historically. So last night, it was a pretty anticipated episode, and it did a pretty good job with
some of it. Some of it was pretty good. Some of it was kind of hack.
But. Yeah, some of it was kind of hack. But Christy Noem, they went in hard. Charlie Kirk. And let me just show you some clips. So the first kind of theme is they were taking aim at ICE. Now, they've taken aim at the left, and we've always left. And I think that this is still funny. I don't know what their point is. I don't necessarily know that I agree with them. But South Park yesterday, before we get to Charlie Kirk, here's them making fun of ICE. And it is kind of funny.
Are you looking for a new career? Why not join the ICE? We have jobs available now with up to a $50,000 signing bonus.
Signing bonus?
We don't ask for experience, just show up. We don't care if you've read a book or grown up. If you're crazy or fat and lazy, we don't care.
Oh, no.
Freeze! Oh, God. Okay.
We're just here for questioning. Cooperate and nothing bad. Holy Remember, only detain the brown ones. If it's brown, it goes down.
Now let's take care of that nut.
They got her poses on.
Yeah, they did get her poses.
Hey, Satan. Meet the new face of Homeland Security.
Whoa! Oh, my God!
I just want to go. This place is gross.
Would you like me to apply the baby oil to Satan's asshole, boss?
Oh, gosh.
Oh,
hey.
And anyone who is, and very few people on the right, my experience has been they don't get offended by this stuff so much.
Yeah.
You have some pearl-clutching kind of old school people like, I just don't, you can't buy class. Oh, shut up. You shouldn't be watching comedy.
Yeah, you don't know it, but you don't like comedy.
Right.
No one thinks that they don't like comedy, but you don't.
And it's always weird for someone to be offended on someone else's behalf. So on whose behalf are you offended? If J.D. Vance thought it was funny. His post was, well, I finally made it. ICE themselves used it. They used a post. They said, join ICE, join.ice.gov for a plug.
That's awesome.
To which South Park responded, wait, so we are relevant? Eat a bag of dicks. Which is funny. It's tasteless. And you know what? It says that there's a back and forth. This is a very different tenor and tone than when they've gone after, for example, Muhammad or the left. And they did take aim at, I guess I should say, like conservatives are sort of implied there might be a little bit of personal enrichment with the online content clickbait trend. And I think a lot of it was pretty funny.
You don't know a thing about the Jewish people.
Yeah, and shut up about girls' bodies.
Well, that sounds like a very female-led Jew thing to say. If you guys don't like it, why don't you join me on my podcast? Welcome to the channel of truth, guys. You can't trust Jews. White people are the underprivileged, and women belong at home. We're here speaking the truth about the Jews or the underprivileged white class. That's my shtick! Knock it off, Clyde! You stole my idea!
Well, you said nothing good ever came from the Jews, but if that's true, why are bagels so yummy? Yeah.
Well, you've obviously been taught by the Jews to have a problem with this school and with America, so let me ask you this. What is your definition of a woman? I'm sick of people stealing my shtick! If anyone around here is going to be a master debater, it's me! So let's go! Who wants to debate the master debater? Let's go! You right there!
That's the stupidest haircut I've ever seen.
Do it now! Leviticus 3:17 says it shall be a perpetual statute for your generations throughout all your dwellings. So you can shut up, baby! You just hate America and you love abortions. I'm sorry, Mom. You told me to go to sleep, but I started master debating again.
This is really getting to be a problem, Eric.
Mom, you don't understand. I'm getting really good at this. I have my arguments down rock solid. These young college girls are totally unprepared, so I can just destroy them and also edit out all the ones that actually argue back well.
But if you're doing something you don't really believe in, just to make your nut, you're gonna find that you just get sadder and your nut just gets bigger.
Sounds like a condition.
What I always find funny about South Park is like take a Noem and take Cartman as Charlie Kirk with this two-dimensional, very limited art style, they still nail it. Where you just look at it and you go like, "Oh, that's Christine Elm." Like, oh, that's Cartman as Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, the picture came out, like, I think last week, of Charlie Kirk, and Charlie Kirk immediately was like, new profile picture.
Yeah,
he knew it was him.
Well, he plastered it everywhere. And look, in Charlie Kirk's defense, I don't believe that I don't know that he edits out people who if they do well. I know that with Change My Mind, we never did that with Change My Mind. We would just structure the order so that ones were relevant, and we've done them live too. That was the whole point when we started Change My Mind early on, was conversation completely unedited where you see them. We'll cut out people who would come in and like plug their new supplement or Senate run, because you'd have people come in, and go like, "Hey, go to mywebsite.com." Or like, no, get out of here. So I don't necessarily know the criticism is. I wouldn't read into it too much, but he made his entire profile South Park themed, capitalizing on it. Also, Charlie Kirk knew about this last week and reacted pretty positively when he first found out.
As you see Benny Johnson's tweet up on screen there, which is...
You got a haircut.
Cartman, not Cartman. Cartman. I thought it's Cartman is playing Charlie Kirk, which is pretty cool.
Well, if you love South Park, it helps if you get the central character's name right.
Yeah, that does help, and also that's pretty cool. It's probably not how I would respond if I was super jazzed.
Yeah,
be like, I'm kind of leaning into this, but oh Lord, what's about to happen?
Yeah, of course. And look, it also means that hey, South Park is a pretty good bellwether as to what the zeitgeist is. This is something that's become relevant, right? They used to just make fun of those in legacy media, those in Hollywood. It was George Clooney, it was Matt Damon, it was Alec Baldwin, right? The FAG, the Film Actors Union in Team America.
J-Lo.
Yeah, that means that this kind of content has become mainstream. And when that happens, you become a target. So I see that all as a win, and I think it's pretty funny. Our lights are going nuts here in the studio.
I thought I heard one.
Let's compare this to those on the left. How they reacted. So remember they did the Macho Man Randy Savage, the trans episode, which was really funny.
Awesome.
I'm a woman, man.
Here to talk about my transition.
Yeah. Well, they didn't take it so world cycling champ champ Rachel McKinnon wrote this back then. Yes, it's transphobic. Yes, it's lazy. Yes, it contributes to harm to trans women and girls.
What?
But they're lazy and increasingly irrelevant. By the way, that's what they always do when they try and criticize comedy. They go, well, it's fine. It's just not funny. Also, it does harm to the... Well, it sounds to me like you think it does harm. It's not that it's not funny.
Right. Also, they have a giant contract they just signed.
Yeah.
If it's irrelevant, it's not doing harm.
Yeah, exactly. And she went on to say, South Park has been deeply transphobic the entire time. This isn't their first explicitly transphobic storyline. It won't be their last. Stone and Parker are transphobes. Write them off. Ignore their lazy show. That's the difference in the worldview.
Yeah.
I tell you, listen to what the other side is saying. Don't write them off. Study their playbook. That's why we make all the references publicly available, bibliography, every single show. And most of them are leftist sources, so you know what they're saying. The left isolates themselves. We spoke about this with Razor Fist last week.
Yeah.
We were coming up on YouTube, like I started in 2008, 2009, and even when him and I would do interviews, maybe 2014, 2015, you'd run into a leftist, they'd have pretty airtight arguments. Like it would be a back and forth. Now it's like the left has gotten so lazy, they don't even know where to go, or you prepare for something that never really transpires, because their mindset is, if you disagree, just don't listen. Don't listen to them.
Right,
Don't understand their arguments. Don't try and don't steel man them. Just shut them off. And then when faced with reality, like a national election, they don't know what to do.
Yeah. And do you really think that these guys are it's the transphobic? Like the entire episode was highlighting the absurdity of men and women's sports.
Yeah.
Which everybody's pretty much on board with.
Yeah,
now,
I think that the Trey Parker and Matt Stone, I think they're pretty liberal guys.
Yes.
But they also recognize...
They're libertarian. They're more libertarian.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they also recognize that there is a problem in society where you're not allowed to say certain things, and you're not allowed to talk about certain things.
Right.
You're not allowed to actually analyze a situation that could be actually dangerous just because we want to protect the feelings of one marginalized person.
Right. Yeah, no, and I think they have they sort of have the streak in them of being anti-authority no matter what, and so now they would seem more liberal because those in power they view as conservative. And same thing when you look back at Barack Obama, or even when George Bush was president, they kind of went after the left for the constant beating of the same drum. So they are equal opportunity offenders, and I think they're a national treasure.
They didn't do Biden though. I don't know what's up with that.
They didn't do Biden.
I found that out recently because I said that online. I said they make fun of everybody. Everyone was like, they didn't make fun of Biden. I didn't make fun of Biden. I was like, oh, okay.
Whatever. It is weird. It was a blind spot.
It is weird.
For them, for
Maybe
sure.
they felt like it was punching down.
Maybe they did.
Elder abuse.
Supposed to make fun of
Maybe
retarded
lines
people.
we don't know about.
let's go to other people who are right now. Of course, they just had Satan, and they've done things that many people would consider sacrilegious against Christians. Christians haven't really done much. They're like, maybe I won't watch it, or I didn't like. I'll skip that episode. Contrast that with Muhammad, again, another marginalized community that the left has created an unholy alliance with. The Revolution Muslim group said that South Park's creators were probably going to. They said, we'll probably wind up like Theo Van Gogh, who was killed, by the way, for making a film critical of Islam. So that's not a veiled threat. That's just a threat. And they also said, whoever curses the messenger of Allah must be killed.
Well, that's not a random quote.
And Comedy Central tried to censor the episode. And they said, well, then I guess you just put a censor bar over Muhammad, because we can have Satan and Jesus on here and do all kinds. And you never censored it before.
Yeah.
So whether you like what they did or not, you do have to appreciate that these guys are pioneers. And you need those people out there. Otherwise, you end up with the censorship of everybody. And what's your take right now on the direction of South Park? Do you still watch? I haven't seen it in a while, but it's not because I don't know where to find anything anymore.
Yeah.
It goes from Hulu to Netflix to then HBO. Where is this? I thought this was a Comedy Central show, but I have to get it next to Chris Wallace on HBO Max.
Most of the time, if I don't see it on X, I probably won't notice it. I'll go to other places and watch it. Like if I see a clip of something, I'll go find the episode to watch. But other than that, no.
Yeah, they're off of HBO, back on Paramount Plus now. But regardless, they had a couple of really bad seasons.
They're back on. They're on Paramount.
Yeah.
Yep.
Didn't they just sign?
That usually happens after like 15, 20 years, though. I mean, how long have they been on the air? That's about how long.
Season 27.
Wow. Yeah, dude. Wow, 27 years. So I mean, you're gonna have some bad years in there.
Yeah.
No one makes gold for 27 years. It just doesn't happen. That's why Seinfeld stopped after 9.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen. But you're right. We need stuff like that. You need to be made fun of. You need the right to be able to make fun of things. People always talk about the left. Will always talk about we're losing our democracy to fascism. It's like, well, if I was. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to watch your show.
Yeah.
This would not be on right now. Rachel Maddow, I would not be able to watch you.
Yeah.
If this was a fascist country, you'd be gone so fast.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even have time to scissor your sister in prison.
I don't think that Mussolini would have taken kindly to a cartoon of him lubricating Satan's sphincter.
That's true. Yeah. And I guarantee you, I don't know J.D. Vance. I've never met him. I'm pretty sure he would have laughed initially and gone, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, of course it is.
Why did they do that with me? He may have gone back to
It's the left who doesn't have a... I actually had someone one time at a Change My Mind walk by a liberal. We didn't get it on camera. She said, yeah, hey, how does it feel to be a meme? I was like, man, it feels pretty cool.
Pretty cool. one of the top memes of all time.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Some people use it to make fun of. Well, what am I going to do? All right, great. It was literally... That's how it works. Cool. You're trying to tell me that I should be offended? I'm the one on the meme.
And I'm smiling.
I don't care. The worst is when you do a stand-up show and someone asks to talk with you afterwards and just so you know, you talk, and I have a sister who has progeria or is retarded or Native American, depending on what I make fun of that day. And I'm like, why do you feel the need to talk to me about this? I don't care. I don't know you. I don't care.
Goodbye. I'm going to make the joke again.
Yes. Yeah, I actually had someone got really offended at a Native American bit that I did.
Oh, yeah. It's like, if I don't do that joke anymore, will they stop being Native American?
Yeah, will the shrink?
So what I did...
Is that going to change the situation?
On principle, it's the only time I've ever had someone write for me. I went to Nick DiPaolo and said, hey, can you take this and make it meaner? And Nick said, I don't think I can make this meaner. And I said, oh, okay. All right. Done. That's a badge of honor. Fat vagina is exactly what I would say if I wasn't here on YouTube. So go and subscribe on Rumble. Same channel where free speech is actually alive and well. Or you can stay here and the